Wake up! Get up! Come on, you lazy, rotten, useless, mean, grumpy old sorcerer! You're awake?
And just who are you calling lazy, Cleo?
I don't know why he wakes up as if he was some angry pirate.
I don't know
There's
either.
no sign of Magnus and Vulcan and Dorton.
Huh? Hey, this doesn't look like Arvin Rama.
That's because our ship wasn't even headed for Arvin Rama.
What?
Yeah, things didn't go as
Dorton said
planned,
something
Orphen.
about it before the
Surprise,
ship
surprise.
sank. Something about Vulcan getting us on the wrong ship.
What? You're kidding! Oh, that pea-brained insect. I'll beat him into
He's,
a pulp
like,
and drop
vibrating.
him down an anthill.
Yeah. He's not really good at holding in his
That's
emotions.
gonna be hard, because he's missing, and so is Magnus.
Then maybe the sharks would do me a favor and eat that amoeba wannabe.
Sounds like you're running out of bad names.
We should
I
go
don't know, he is
find
pretty creative
Magnus,
with that.
Yeah.
I'll give him credit for that much.
And I would also be going crazy if I were trapped on an island with this
Sounds like-
bitch.
Of all the people.
I know, she's horrible. But look, there's little boy.
Alright, keep playing that flute, kid. So yeah, in the last episode, that ship we were on got wrecked. If you get it.
Yeah, I get it.
I was just making sure that didn't sail over your head. No?
No, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yes, I see.
Open.
You see, right?
Yes, wrecked.
Maybe it's locked.
Hmm.
Move over. Let me try.
Well, that went just as well as my terrible puns did. So, good job, Cleo.
Ow, my butt.
Hey, genius. Push. Don't pull.
Really?
Couldn't you just stay home?
Is he Michael Jackson right now? Look at the way he's like...
Now what are we gonna do? We can't get in, you dimwit.
Okay. I'll go up the hill and take a look.
Why?
There might be another way in up there.
Hey, wait up!
Stay there. I'll be right back.
So at this point in the game, we have the privilege as playing as Cleo.
No.
Isn't that exciting?
No, I hate her.
Yes,
oh
the
my
game
god,
barely
she jumps
begun.
high.
And now we can do that. Yeah, she jumps just as high as Orphen. Pretty much any character you control jumps just as high as Orphen, I think. It's just what people can do in this game.
The creaky
So,
sound of climbing.
As Cleo, you really can't do much. She doesn't have any attacks of her own. And the scenes where you do play as her, they're basically just for platforming and getting around, and maybe occasionally you solve a puzzle as her? I don't really remember. Well, that's actually a new weapon, but it's not a weapon for Orphen, or for Cleo.
Aww.
Curiously enough, you find a weapon for Mar when you're playing as Cleo. Oh, and now we get to introduce one of my favorite parts of the game. Yeah, what just happened there? Some crazy special effects, and what is this now? So, as you may suspect, we have just traveled through time. And now instead we see some lovely sunset instead.
Look at how beautiful it is.
It's beautiful. Hey, Orphen! Look at the sunset. Orphen?
I mean, I can understand Cleo being a bit confused and not really understanding that she time traveled.
Because
But-
who would automatically jump to that?
Yeah, but obviously something mysterious just happened and the time of day completely changed.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why she's so airheaded here, where she's like, oh, where did Orphen go? Like, a whole bunch of weird stuff just happened right now. It stopped raining, the time of day changed, the music's not playing, and the most you can jump to is, oh, Orphen must have just left. Okay, whatever.
Well, she's pretty dumb.
So you can grab that item over there, because that's your one chance to get it, but it's not an important item, it's just another item that you might use once or twice during the course of the game and isn't too important. But you can't get to that chest again after you climb up here. And the reason for that being is as soon as Cleo jumps to the top here, she's going to land on another piece.
Oh
And
no.
this is going to be a reoccurring thing throughout the game, is people stepping on this crystal egg piece.
It really is in very bad places, isn't it?
I know. Who would place it there? How'd it get there in the first place?
I don't know.
These questions, they may be answered eventually, but not for right now.
Whoa.
So conveniently, that takes us back to where we were before.
What's going on? How come the time keeps changing?
Well, at least you realize now that the time is changing, but still doesn't put it together yet. Oh well. She's no Marty McFly. I think we can agree on that much.
No one is.
There few are. Orphen's another game that has time travel involved, as we obviously just saw there. And really, I guess it kind of handles time travel well for the most part. Mostly because they don't really deal with it too much. And it seems like the characters are rarely in control of it.
Oh. You're the girl from the ship. What are you doing up here? That was you, Brady?
I like how he just gestures with the flute
Yeah.
rather than saying.
Yep. Did you come to this island all by yourself? Yeah.
Well, he came with you guys as well,
I'm trying
obviously.
to find this song. Somebody told me they heard it on this island. You came all this way just to hear a song? This song is gonna lead me to my mother. What? Oh, I'm trying to find my mother. Your mother? We got separated when I was a baby. Oh. So, how does this song fit in? The only thing I remember about my mother is this song. She used to hum it to me all the time. All right, clearly you need my help.
Yeah, an expert like
Not sure
Cleo.
how I can help you yet, but anyway, just leave everything up to me. Huh? Trust
How could
me.
this possibly go
I'll
wrong?
find her for you.
So yeah, now we got Mar in our party. Or I should say, just kind of tags along behind us.
I like the way she opened that door.
Yeah, at least she was able to open this one. She got some skill. So there's another chest here they can drop down onto, but again, not really too important. So yeah, there's a lot of time travel in video games, and I guess I'll ask you guys how you feel about what's your favorite example of time travel in video games. Because it's used a lot in Hollywood and video games, but it's rarely done very well. Like, there's usually flaws, and you can nitpick, things that don't make sense in them.
So all she had to do was push and it would have opened.
There you are!
Essentially, yes.
Where have you been, Orphen?
What are you talking about? I was right here the whole time.
You were? So you saw that sunset then? Wasn't it beautiful?
Still doesn't realize yet.
Sunset? Have you gone completely out of your mind?
I can't believe you missed that sunset.
Alright.
Shut up. What's with the kid?
Oh, he was on the ship with us. His name is, Mar. This mean old sorcerer is Orphen. Okay, let's go.
Go where? Wait.
What now?
That kid, that's what.
Really worried about that
Take
kid,
him
aren't you?
along?
Of course. Look at this place. We can't just leave him here. Or don't you care if he gets killed?
Well.
Well, now that you mention it, not really.
You're all alone?
Yeah. That's right. He came all the way to this island just to find his mother. And he's all alone. And we are going to help him, whether you like it or not, Orphen.
Thanks for relaying what we just heard before in the
I
last
know.
conversation.
What?
Always explaining
Why?
things.
What is her problem?
I think she's nice.
Why?
Hurry
You
up,
would think that.
Orphen! Let's go!
Do you not hear her harpy screeching? Jesus.
Yeah, so we've got the band together. Obviously, we're still missing Magnus, and we don't know about those other people from the ship. But most of the times, you're traveling with 3 people in this game, and sometimes they'll swap out one or the other. We still haven't gotten to a proper battle in this game yet, so we haven't seen an example of that. But usually you'll have 3 people in the battle. It'll be like Orphen, Cleo, and like in this case it'd be Mar, and they'll fight together. We should be getting to one relatively soon, but I think there's still a few like one character versus some monsters battles still to come. Anyway, we have to come back up here.
Okay, how are we going to get up there?
Why would you want to?
Well, where else are we gonna go?
Mar, into
I
it?
guess,
Yeah.
but if I saw like water pouring out of a dark cave, I don't think I would want to go in it.
What?
So I can get on your shoulders, dummy.
Yeah, it doesn't really get explained very well, like where you're supposed to go at that point. I'm pretty sure the first time I was a bit confused as to where I was supposed to go. But as soon as you hit up that way, it'll go to the
Hurry
cutscene.
up already? Ah.
Stand still, Orphen.
Just make a human ladder.
Wow, he climbs up them really well, didn't he?
He's an expert. And they just leave Orphen behind.
Wow.
Very
What about
casual.
the cat dog thing?
Ooh, look at this. We get our first shot at the island.
Very nice.
For some reason, there's a huge wall around it. That's kind of weird. But hey, we're going to the Watercourse Labyrinth. Does that mean we'll meet David Bowie?
I hope so.
You know, he has to be in every game, but... I don't know. We may not see him in this labyrinth anyway.
That's unfortunate.
It's funny, because the labyrinth isn't actually that difficult. I mean, I'm sure the first time that I played it, I probably had a few issues with it. Not really issues, but... Uh-oh. What's this? Oh, not this part.
The cat's drowning.
That's a really good point. The cat looks like it should be drowning in that water there. It's clearly over its head.
It looks
Somehow it manages just
it
fine.
looks cracked out of its mind.
Don't mind me. Just drowning in this foot-high water.
Oh.
Still lively. Yeah.
Leave me alone, you monsters.
Yeah, it seems out of place, but he actually just encountered some monsters. I thought he was talking to Orphen at first because he was annoyed at him, but no. Like I mentioned, we have a 1 on, I don't know, 3 or so monsters here.
There's no lizard men.
Which
Those
is
are like
kind
the
of
only
annoying.
ones I remember.
Oh, they'll be here soon enough, don't you worry. These fights are really annoying because these fish are the worst. They're like the bane of my existence, these guys.
There's
I
so
hate them.
many of them.
For like this fight, I would just spam this one attack where you use your flute, because it can kill them relatively quickly. I really don't use too many of Mar's other attacks. There is, like, he can use the cymbals, I think, and there's also a harp, which he can play. But I'm really not too sure how well that works.
Oh, there's
It does a bit of damage, apparently. But I think they have to be close to you for it to be effective. So yeah, the flute just homes in on them, so it's pretty easy to just use that.
Oh no.
Oh, unless it hits you first. Yeah, that should take care of it. Wow, what an anticlimactic death.
I know.
May you rest in peace.
Aww.
Aw, he's such a considerate young boy.
Knife fish.
Oh, and now we can see Orphen's picture book. That wasn't in it before, was it?
No.
That's the first fight. Yeah, Orphen has a picture book where he draws his monsters.
Yes.
Coming.
So he was too busy just drawing pictures of the monsters to help Mar there fight.
The cat's missing again.
Based on what happens here, you actually want to head backwards. It seems like you should be following Mar, but you can actually score a few items this way. So I'd recommend doing that, even though the items don't matter too much. I guess I just want to show it off more than anything, because we're probably not going to use too many, if I haven't emphasized that enough. But yeah, the most obvious example of a game of time travel I can think of is Chrono Trigger.
Oh, obviously.
And yeah, obviously there's a bit of that doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, I think with the person disappearing, Marl, or whatever her name is, like, she disappears via Marty McFly, like, she just fades out of existence because she stopped her parents from, you know,
Yeah.
doing the deed. And she just disappears, but then later on in the game, things change and people don't disappear, so it's a bit inconsistent. And kind of the same with Back to the Future to a certain extent,
Yeah.
where like they change things, and I don't know. Like, you think Marty should have disappeared in the second movie, maybe, when he goes back to 85, but he doesn't. I don't know, it's a bit confusing, like you don't understand which way it should be. But this game doesn't really get too involved with time travel to an extent that it actually matters, so kind of by the fact that it doesn't get very ambitious with the time travel, it kind of makes a bit more sense in this game, I guess, you could say.
It just uses it for pretty sunsets.
Yeah, although some of the things they do won't make a lot of sense, like we'll get to shortly, but I'll talk about that later, I guess.
A lot of things Orphen says don't make sense.
A lot of things, and his
She
strategies.
just fell off.
I love that. I love when little things like that happen. So this place is all about these levers and opening up these passageways. I think that's the last one, though. at least for a while.
Which character is it where we go to the ice place?
I think it's with Mar.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a little bit later.
I'm excited for that one.
I know. And they have some giant automated organ here.
How cool.
Interesting. But what's the point?
For music.
It's some kind of music box. The water must make it
I
work.
guess you could call it a music box.
It was my mother.
Don't move.
What's wrong?
There's something in the water.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
Is it knife fish?
Oh, these things. Oh, these are even worse, I think. See these little, like, white sprites that are moving all around?
Yeah, what are they?
I don't know, but they are impossible to hit, and they keep on hitting you. Like, look at me right now, I'm getting this infinite combo on me. They're hard to react to, because they're just everywhere, and they move so quickly.
There's knife fish too.
Yeah, this is a really bad combo. I'd recommend trying to kill these things as quickly as possible, because they're really just a pain in the ass. Alright, luckily you seem to have dealt with most of them. They're called landosses. What that even means, I have no idea. Alright, that wasn't too bad.
Yes!
The cat's still drowning, though.
Strong.
Alright, no one worry about the cat. Fine.
No. And knife fish again.
Sure, draw those night fish, Orphen.
Oh no.
But the fighting in the cave seems to have set off a cave-in. Well, that's no good.
Oh no, the organ.
Yeah, that organ got wrecked.
The organ.
Sure looks like that thing's done for.
I love how pleased Orphen sounds.
I know. What? He reacted before the tremors.
I know. It's also odd because they don't...
Oh my god! He's drowning
Yeah, they're gonna
himself.
drown themselves there. But it's funny because they have no reaction during the cave-in. Like,
No.
oh, maybe we should take cover now, but
Nope.
during the earthquake, they then react and nothing actually happens. It's just kind of funny. But yeah, you think they drown themselves here.
I think it...
Is it
At least Cleo kept her head above the water.
One of them.
Oddly enough, she had the most sense out of the group.
That's weird.
I have to follow the music.
Wow, that doesn't sound creepy at all.
Where it's coming from, that's where I have to go.
Creepy children.
Even if it leads me down a pit.
Yep.
Alright, so there's just a little bit more finagling with the water levers and all that stuff. And then we can get out of here. Like I said, the labyrinth isn't too bad if you know what you're doing. It helps if you also got those items like I did earlier. You will pass them by again, and that's really the first time you would normally see them, but since I knew they were there, I could just open up the other way, like I did before. So what do you think? The music's playing again,
Yeah,
but
where's it
obviously
coming
the
from
organ's
now?
been destroyed. I don't know, that is odd. But yeah, there's gonna be quite a bit to the song that's playing in the background. Obviously it's important to Mar, but it's gonna be important throughout this scenario that we're watching here.
It will be in your head forever.
Yeah. The song is the main theme of this one anyway. So really we just have to navigate around this top wall of the labyrinth and try to find where we can pull some more switches. We got one here. And then not only do you want to do this one, but there's one on the other side as well that you gotta trigger in
Oh,
order to get out. So what do you think about this one so far? How's it going for you?
good.
You're enjoying the all the cinematic scenes of Orphen once again?
Oh yes,
With
of
them
course.
jumping into the water trying to take cover, but it looking more like they're drowning themselves. I always love that stuff.
Orphen is a classic.
How they
for
do
me.
some silly things in this game with the animations. I guess because normally you wouldn't see as much detail with the PS2 version.
That's true too.
So I guess in that case you wouldn't normally see it as being that odd, but yeah. So the water labyrinth, we're just about out of it. This is really all you have to do, and then you just follow the pathway that we were following before.
Can you fall off?
I don't think you can. A lot of places in Orphen, it seems like you could just walk off, but there's invisible walls. So even if you did try to fall off, you know, you just run into an invisible wall, as you would in any other game. I guess it's because depending on where you fell off, you might not be able to get back
That's
with the
true.
way the switches are set up. So I guess that'd be too inconvenient. But as we head out of the water labyrinth, we're gonna be entering another area, and it's gonna involve a little bit of platforming, which will be quite annoying if you're like a first timer to this game. So, let's see.
Are you insulting Orphen's...
The control scheme?
Yeah, that's the word.
Maybe just a little bit. It can be a bit clunky at times. Especially with the fact that sometimes in this certain area... Well, I'll get to it in just a little bit. But we have an outside path going down, and I think there's a few fights. Yeah, so some more group fights. And these involve... I'm gonna switch equipment real quick. Mostly because I remember saying before that I wanted to try out some of the other attacks. Really all we got at this point is Bolt of Thunder, so we'll use that for now. Even though that does mean we have 2 lightning attacks, but oh well. Really doesn't make too much of a difference, at least on these enemies. So these guys that are called Huggers, which are those ones that are jumping on top of Mar right now.
I remember the Huggers.
They are awful. If they grab you, they just pull you into the air, and they'll start jumping on top of you. Oh, if you see that little symbol, you can do a special combo attack with someone, and it does more damage. So that's something you want to keep in mind. Usually you'll see that symbol, and one of the enemies will have a thing over it. Like I think when Mar hits them, you'll see a bit of purple around them, and you can hit them for bonus damage. So that's good to keep in mind when you can.
Is Cleo even doing anything?
Cleo got poisoned, or I think rather paralyzed. Like it shows up as a skull and bones.
Oh no!
Yeah, and that thing almost got us there, but you can run out of its pathway if you try to do like a melee attack, because Orphen will charge with his sword and he'll get out of the way of attack. So that's a good thing to do when you're fighting against the Huggers. And we should be able to take care of that guy. Yes. Yeah, Cleo is in a weird pose right now. I don't know what that was.
Votoru.
And it's odd because it does say that the pictures may vary based on your performance. I'm not sure if it ever actually does though.
Really?
I don't know, maybe I should compare my last playthrough to this one. Although if I have done a similar performance, I guess it wouldn't matter. So, it's hard to tell either way.
And he adds multiple copies of each
He does do it multiple times. Like Lizardman, I think we got 10 times. Why is the cat running in place?
I don't know.
Alright, it's not now, of course.
What is its animation? It's like prancing.
It just prances. I don't know. Uh-oh. Well, that was... that was very subtle.
I didn't see anyone.
Well, you're as blind as a bat, Orphen.
It was probably just a big rat or something.
A big rat.
Let's keep moving.
That
Have
would
you
be
seen
one
any
big-ass
rats?
rat.
I swear I saw someone.
Yeah, Orphen does not give a crap. Just moving on.
He also claimed not to have met the kid on the ship.
Several times, in fact.
Oh, look at him. He kind of looks like the Sorting Hat with spider legs.
Yeah, he does kind of look like the Sorting Hat. I don't really remember too much about this enemy, to be honest. Oh, we got
I don't
electrocuted
remember
by
the
that one
Sorting
guy.
Hat enemy at all.
Not really. But yeah, those Huggers have 2 attacks. One, I guess they electrocute you, and then another attack they actually pick you up and kind of toss you around. Oh. Well, alright, that's what that guy does. Just lifts you into the air. We almost got grabbed by the Hugger there. And another one tried to grab us. They're the worst, they really are. I like to try to kill them first, if it's possible. He is weakened right now, so this should work. There we go.
There's another one.
Yeah, but oh no. Gotta get out of the way. See, it does work. As long as you do it right before they get to you, you should be able to get out of their path of attack. Yeah, we do have different things in the battlefield. You can use healing elements to heal yourself. Things like ice elements or electric elements. Those will attack the enemies if they're nearby. But, oh.
Damn it.
Alright, we went flying again. But these guys, I guess they have some pretty tough armor because they're not dying very easily.
You can't kill the Sorting Hat.
I guess that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be armor around them. The decks. That's what they call them.
I hope Orphen draws them in his picture book.
Oh, we might get them. We still haven't got the Huggers, though. I don't think we have either of those in our picture book right now. Get out of the way. Yeah, I try to get out of the way whenever they seem to be coming over the area. They might actually grab one of the other characters, but
whoa,
that's a chance I don't want to take.
That Hugger
Just fell out of the sky like that.
Yeah.
Now
Just went
that
limp.
was easy.
Yay, we did it!
Hey, she seemed pretty psyched about that. Oh, we got the decks. That's cool.
Yay!
I guess we did well enough. Sure, why not? Alright. So just a little bit left for this area. And this is the part that I was talking about, which may be a pain for you to get through.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh, you remember this part, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Bridge
exactly.
is washed out.
How would you know there was a bridge?
You'd think Orphen should be able to jump across with his super jump abilities.
Seriously.
He's able to jump across the ship so easily.
I bet we could cross over if we knocked that boulder into
How
the
the hell did she see that from all the way back there? It wasn't even rendered properly at that point.
But how the hell are we supposed to get way over there?
Well, luckily, we have a small child to assist us. Sorry, Mar, but you'll be doing most of the labor here.
He didn't even say anything.
I could get
Oh,
there
there
by
we go.
going through here. It's too dangerous. Don't worry.
Mar doesn't give a
I
crap.
can do it.
Aw.
Wait here.
Such a brave and selfless young lad.
I know, he just wants to find his mother.
Alright, so in this scene coming up, we're gonna have falling logs that are gonna be coming down this waterfall here.
There they
As you
are.
see it gracefully and very swiftly ran
Yes.
across the screen. Didn't expect it to move that quickly. But we have to use these logs to get across, and it can be very annoying. Especially if you're not really used to how the controls are. And since we're doing it first, normally it would be a problem, but hey, I've played Orphen before. So you have to jump across that one there, and if you miss it, you have to wait quite a while for when to come by. If you can do it on the first try, you can do it relatively quickly, and if not, you have to wait for quite a while. So that can be annoying. And now here's where it's difficult. This crossing here. Eventually we'll have a log fall down. You have to quickly jump onto this one, and then as you're passing by, jump to that side, and then jump to that one. Now you could wait, that's a totally valid option, and make sure you jump there, because at that point you might think like, oh, I have to wait for something else, but no, if you don't jump there, you're pretty much screwed. And it's tricky because those logs, if you try to jump off the side of them, you kind of hit an invisible wall, so that's a bit annoying too. You have to make sure you're jumping off the front of the log.
Who knew he could do this?
Well, I guess he did somehow. I don't know how you would have learned that.
I know.
Maybe he's been doing that for ages, and we just never saw it because we never saw him as a character before.
Maybe.
I mean, I guess it's a good ability to have, but very, very random. Like, how many situations would that prove useful?
I don't know.
Alright. He solved the problem for us. Let's see.
Way to go, Mar!
That was odd.
Hey, how the heck did you do that?
Exactly.
What does it matter? Come on, let's go.
A magician never reveals his secrets. And now
Oh.
there does Mar.
I thought he was gonna fall off.
I thought we were too.
Can you hear it?
No.
What?
Oh, I hear it now.
Now, but not when you said it.
God, this guy's hearing like a dog or something.
Music.
Well, yeah, there's more music playing from that tower. Wow, we're really hearing this from far away. So eventually we have to get over there, wherever that was.
Barely hear it.
Really? Because
I
now
guess we
it's
should
pretty
start heading
obvious.
in that direction then.
Mar? Is that the song?
Yeah,
Really? You don't
calling
recognize
me.
it?
I have to go.
Alright, let's go then. In the next episode, we'll get to reunite with a few old friends.
I'm excited.
And maybe some not so friends.
Oh.
Until then, take care everyone.
Bye.